Hi, boys and girls. How are you today? I hope you have a happy heart. I know it's hard that we don't get to see each other, but let's hang in there and finish well. It's kind of like running a race. You keep your eyes on the finish line, and you want to do your very best until you get there. And today, it's Monday for me, but tomorrow when you watch this video, it will be Tuesday. And it's such a beautiful day. I hope that you got outside to play. It's a good idea, boys and girls, to get your work done right away in the morning, and then you have the rest of the day to play and do what you like. Okay? So we're going to start off in math today by reminding ourselves of the friends of 10. That's going to help us when we get to decomposing a number. That sounds a lot harder than it is. Mrs. Card will help you with that. So friends of 10, let's sing about friends of 10. Remember, those are numbers that you add together to make 10. 0 and 10 and 1 and 9, 2 and 8, 2 and 8, 3 and 7 and 4 and 6, 5 and 5. And now let's sing the others. Ready? 10 and 0 and 9 and 1, 8 and 2, 8 and 2, 7 and 3 and 6 and 4, 5 and 5. Don't forget 5 and 5 is a double. So have you got those memorized? If I said to you what goes with 9 to make 10, do you know it right away? 1. What goes with 8 to make 2? Pardon me, what goes with 8 to make 10? 2. I gave you the answer, didn't I? What goes with 7 to make 10? 3. What goes with 6 to make 10? 4. And this is probably the easiest one. What goes with 5 to make 10? 5. We forgot this one. What goes with 0 to make 10? 10. Good job. Now, beside the friends of 10 adding questions, I put all the related facts. What does that mean when I say related? It means that all the 10 takeaway questions use the same numbers as in the adding questions, but just in a different order. Because this is the 10 takeaway family, every question starts with 10. And if you know friends of 10, you'll be able to easily get the answer to the question. So 10 take away 0, that's easy, isn't it? Is 10. 10 take away 10 equals 0. Can you say these with me, boys and girls? 10 take away 1 equals 9. 10 take away 9 equals 1. You see how they've just changed places? You're just remembering that since it's the 10 takeaway family, I start with 10. Let's move down. Ready? 10 take away 2 equals 8. 10 take away 8 equals 2. 10 take away 3 equals 7. 10 take away 7 equals 3. Uh-oh, Mrs. Card made a boo-boo there. Did you see that? That should be an equal sign. 10 take away 4 equals 6. 10 take away 6 equals 4. And then 10 take away 5 equals 5. Okay, so that's going to be helpful later on when we get to decomposing a number. Now, the next thing I want to talk about was our tens and ones. Do you remember that little song? Well, it's more like a little poem that I taught you. Tens on the left, ones on the right. Stand up, sit down, get it right. It's really important when you're decomposing a number that you understand about tens and ones. And I know you know this well because we do it every day at calendar time. So over here, I put a few numbers that we're going to put in the right spot in the place value chart. So for example, this is the number. Can you say it? 82. Good for you. And so in the number, let me get my marker, boys and girls. In the number 82, how many tens are there? Well, remember, tens are on the left. So there's 8 tens and 2 ones. Remember, tens on the left, ones on the right. Stand up, sit down, get it right. What about this number? Can you say it? 61. How many tens? How many ones? 6 tens, 1 1. 61. Remember, the value of the 6 in the tens place is 60. And we'll get to that in a minute. We're going to do the expanded form, which is decomposing a number. Okay, that's, of course, the number 12. How many tens are in the number 12? Look on the left. Because tens are on the left, ones on the right. Stand up, sit down, get it right. So I write it in my chart like this. 1 10, 2 1s. Okay, what about the next number? What's that number? 24. How many 10s are in 24? What's on the left? 2. 2 10s in 24 and 4 1s. Good job. How about 53? How many 10s, how many 1s? Look on the left, that's where the 10s are. 5 10s and 3 1s. So decomposing a number means understanding its value. Now, we can also show the value of a number by writing it in expanded form. We already know that 82 has 8 10s and 2 1s. So what's the value of the 8 in the tens place? 80. How many 1s? 2. So that's how you decompose 82. You write the value of each digit in the number. What about 61? How would you decompose that? We'll start with the 10s. There's 6 10s, isn't there, in 61? What's the value of 6 in the tens place? 60. How many 1s are there? 1. That's the value of 1 in the ones place. Do you remember doing this at calendar time? Except we would go like this. 80 plus 2 equals 82. And I told you that was expanded form, which is true. It's also called decomposing a number, which means you're breaking it apart into smaller bits. Okay, how would you decompose 12? Well, look at the tens place first. There's one group of 10, which is worth 10. 2 1s in the ones place, which is worth 2. Okay. 24, how would you decompose that? Well, I see there's a 2 in the tens place, and a 2 in the tens place is worth 20. And a 4 in the ones place is only worth 4. So that's what the number 24 looks like when you decompose it. Okay, that just means break it into smaller bits. 53, what does that look like decomposed? 5 in the tens place is worth 50, plus 3 in the ones place is worth 3. Okay, now what I've done over here is I did the very same thing, but I just did it with the teen family. See the word? I put it up there. Decom. That O says and shovel in the second beat. Decomposing. Decomposing. How many beats is that word? Decomposing. 4 beats. Decomposing a number. You ask yourself when you're decomposing a number, how many 10s are there in the number and how many 1s? So this is what I did. I took 10 apart. 10 has 10 in the tens place and 0 in the ones place. 11 is made up of 10 in the ones place and 1 in the ones place. 12 is made up of 10 in the tens place. That's the value of the 1 in the tens place. And 2 in the ones place. 13 is made up of 10 in the ones place and, 10 in the tens place and 3 in the ones place. 14 is made up of, can you say it? 10 and 4, because there's a 1 in the tens place, which is worth 10, and 4 in the ones place. How do you break apart 15? Well, there's 1 in the tens place, which is worth 10, and 5 in the ones place. And you can make that into an adding question. 10 plus 5 is 15. Okay? And this reminds me of when we were doing adding, how I was teaching you that little trick about adding a number to 10. You can see it happening right here, can't you? 16 would decompose as 10 and 6 because the 1 in the tens place is worth 10 and the 6 in the ones place is worth 6. 17 would decompose as 10 and 7. 18 would decompose as 10 and 8. 19 would decompose as 10 and 9. Look what I did. 20 would decompose as 20 and 0. Why? Because in 20, there's a 2 in the tens place, which is worth 20, and there's nothing in the ones place. So that's 0. 21. How does that decompose? Take the tens first. The 2 in the tens place is worth 20. And then the 1 in the ones place is worth 1. 22, can you guess what it would be? I didn't write it down. That would be, what would the 2 in the tens place be worth? 20, and then 2 ones. How about 23? The 2 in the tens place would be worth 20, and then 3 in the ones place. Good for you. So now, when you go to do your math today, you're going to say, oh, Mrs. Card, this is so easy because you taught us what it means to decompose a number. The directions say, there's that big word, decompose a number leading to a 10 by using 10 frames to solve the equation. All that means is take the number that you're starting with. So this is the question 18, take away 3. And what they've done is they decomposed it for you. They took it apart. The 1 in the tens place is worth 10. So that's why there's a full 10 frame there. And then the 8 in the ones place is worth 8. So they took another 10 frame and drew 8 dots. So if we count these dots, we should end up with 18. This is 10. Now let's count on. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Okay, now it becomes really easy to do 18 take away 3. Because all I have to do is cross off 3 dots. Then I can quickly count what's left. I know this is 10. And then I know that this is a row of 5 because it's half of a 10 frame. So 10 and 5. I can do that, 10 and 5. That makes 15. Now, is this the only way that you can do that question? No. You could do it by doing touch math because we know touch math really well, don't we? So we could tap 18, put it in our head, and then take away 3. You're counting back or counting down. So 18, 17, 16, 15. You could use the touch math to help you double check and make sure that you got the right answer. Okay? The next question says 15 take away 8. Maybe you already know the answer to that. If you don't, what they've done is they decomposed 15, which is a group of 10. That's the 1 in the tens place. And then 5 ones. And now it becomes easy to figure out what 15 take away 8 is. You can just cross off 8 dots. That's 5, 6, 7, 8. I see a row of 5 and 2 more ones makes 7. So 15 take away 8 is 7. Okay? How did they decompose 13? The question is 13 take away 5. Well, that's a 10 frame because of the 1 in the tens place. And then 3, I need 3 more to make 13, 3 more ones, because that's what's in the ones place there. And now I'm ready to take away 5. I'm going to make this super easy on myself, and I'm just going to go like this, whoop, because I know a row is 5. So what's left? Well, a row of 5 and 3 more. 5, count on, 6, 7, 8. So 13 take away 5 equals 8. So that's all that means, boys and girls. When you're decomposing, you are understanding the value of the number that they're starting with. Okay, so that's that side. You go ahead and do that side. And then on the back, you're going to do the very same thing. Okay, but this time you have to draw the dots. So the question 12 take away 5, you have to break it down. How many 10s are in 12? Well, one group of 10. So that's a 10 frame. How many 1s are in 12? 2. Okay, now I'm ready to just take away 5. We kind of did this in our math stories, didn't we? We were decomposing numbers on our math stories and we didn't even know it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, I should have done it easier. I should have just crossed off a whole group of 5. Silly Mrs. Card. That's okay. What's 12 take away 5? Can you count it really quick? A row of 5 and 2 more makes 7. 12 take away 5 equals 7. 18 take away 6. So build the number 18. Do the 10s, do the 1s. Gonna need a full 10 frame to show one group of 10 and 18. And then you're going to need 8 in the other 10 frame to show 8 ones. Now, I just thought of something. I'm going to do this super quick because I know 6 is made up of 5, a group of 5. So I'm going to just cross that right off. And then one more. So now I know the answer is 10 because this is a full 10 frame, isn't it? And then 2 more makes 12. So 18 take away 6 is 12. All right, now you try the rest. Okay, just remember you're building the first number. So you need to show the number 19 here on your 10 frames, 14, 11, and 16, and then do the takeaway part. Okay, there you go, boys and girls. Bye-bye.